Teeing up our pitch today will be Jen Terrell. Jen is part of an organization called RAIN. She is the co-founder and VP of Employer Partnerships. Welcome, Jen Terrell, to Accelerate from Woodruff Sawyer.
Nice to see everyone. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the great introduction, Dave. Happy to be here. There are more than 20,000 payday loan locations in the United States and only 14,267 McDonald's locations as a point of reference. And that number is actually growing. If you live in Ohio, where I'm from, or Nevada or Texas for that matter, you can take a loan against your upcoming paycheck and get quick access to your cash by paying a mere 700% in interest for the privilege. It's literally disgusting. Hi guys, my name's Jen Terrell. I'm the co-founder and VP of Employer Partnerships at RAIN. And at RAIN, it's our mission to kill these predatory lenders. And it's actually a pretty big job because the financial landscape for most working Americans is pretty abysmal right now. Pre-COVID, the average worker was already living paycheck to paycheck, and almost no one had $400 in savings if a car breaks down. And that's why these predatory lenders are popping up on every corner in major cities and all throughout rural communities as well. So you're probably asking yourself, what does this have to do with employee benefits? Well, RAIN actually allows employers to use our capital and our technology to give their hardworking employees access to their pay as soon as they've earned it. In many cases, just moments after they clock out of their shift, without having to wait until their scheduled payday. Although CNBC just called this the buzziest trend in employee benefits for 2020, this thing has actually been around for a while, but it's only been available to employees of very large employers like the Walmarts and the FedExes of the world. In fact, Walmart's actually had this program for a little over 2 years now. Their employees can clock out and go directly to the customer service counter and load a portion of their earnings onto their pay card right after their shift. But what there hasn't been is a way for small and medium-sized employers to even think about launching this cutting-edge benefit for employees until RAIN entered the marketplace this past March. So exactly how does it work? It's super easy. First, RAIN integrates with your payroll and time systems, which may sound like a project, but in many cases, we're already connected to your provider. So it really is as simple as flipping a switch. Next, we communicate the benefit to employees. Now, it's a totally voluntary benefit, and employees use it on an as-needed basis by downloading our free app, where they will immediately see the cash balance that they've accrued already for the work that they've done during this work period. And if they do need access to their money, maybe to avoid that overdraft fee that's getting ready to hit their account, or to put gas in their car, or honestly, what we see is it's usually just to bridge the gap that exists between now and next Friday, they simply pay a small transaction charge. It's really similar to an ATM fee. And wait for it, there's zero cost to you as the employer. There's not even a setup fee or an implementation fee for our service. The only thing that you as the employer are responsible for is ensuring that RAIN gets reimbursed on that employee's scheduled payday by allowing us to submit those deductions through your payroll system. So I think everybody really gets the employee side of it. It's wildly popular with employees, I'm here to tell you. They feel like it's an amazing show of needed support by their employer, especially during these crazy times. And for the younger generations in the workforce who live in this like Venmo world, it's actually somewhat odd to them anyway that I'm still waiting 2 weeks to get my paycheck. So everybody kind of gets the employee side of it. What's less intuitive are the massive employer benefits that are being seen as a result of deploying this benefit. Employers are literally reporting nutty numbers to us, guys, like major reductions in turnover over time. The talent acquisition teams are amazed at the results they're seeing when they market this as, you know, we have pay on demand technology that allows you to access money after you work that very first shift. In fact, we talked to an employer in Georgia when we were doing our due diligence that said they saw an 1,100% increase in applications for shift workers the first month they launched this benefit. And employers tell us this is one of the best tools in their frontline managers' toolkits to fight absenteeism, financial distractions at work, etc. So enough talking. To keep to Dave's schedule, what's my ask? I know it's open enrollment currently, but the fact is that it takes days, not weeks, to implement our program for employees. And again, it doesn't cost you anything as the employer partner. It barely costs the employee anything. So we're definitely wanting to talk to aggressive employers who are looking to offer an amazing benefit to employees at a time when many of them can really, really use it and would be so appreciative to have it. And I'll leave you with this. It's quite painless to launch. We have an employer actually launching today that just signed with us last week, and we're doing the entire rollout for them, soup to nuts. So there's really no reason to delay and to push this into 2021. Do something great for your employees right now and let Rain make this the funnest benefit that you've ever rolled out. Again, my name's Jen Terrell. I'd love to partner with you, and I'd also love to open it up now for questions about Rain.
Excellent, excellent job, Jen. Nicely done. It only took 17 takes before she got to this point, ladies and gentlemen. So I kid.
Not true.
I kid.
This was my second take.
All right. We have time for questions, about 2 to 3 minutes. And as Cody mentioned at the beginning, if you have questions, please submit it in the Q&A, not the chat. Jackie Diaz has mentioned, what is the cost to the employee, Jen?
Yeah, great question. So the employee pays an ATM charge. It's $3.99 per transaction. We also have a card program available where employees can apply for a free checking and debit card program if they're unbanked or underbanked. And there are pricing models associated with that. The card is actually free, but to access their money, there are various pricing structures available if you're a member of our card program.
Excellent. Another question. How, and this is from Dan Hodges, I recognize that name from the Woodruff Sawyer team. How do employees access the money? Do you have an app? So it's a two-part question.
Your
Jen,
cash flow.
Oh, Jen, you froze up for a minute. Do me a favor and start that question over, that answer over.
Okay. I was saying that the employee downloads a free app, and they're accessing our capital when they transact. So there's no disruption to cash flow on your end as the employer partner.
Excellent. Another question. Do they get their full pay for the day they work or only part of it? Great question. That's from Karen DeRose.
Thanks, Karen. Good question. I should have mentioned that. So we only allow employees to access up to 50% of their gross pay during the scheduled pay period. And that's to protect them for the taxes and withholdings and garnishments that are going to come out of their normal paycheck at the pay period. But that is actually a customizable feature. So you as the employer partner can really deploy this as however you see fit as a financial wellness benefit. You can make only 40% available to employees or 30% available. You can also put limits on the number of transactions that employees can have during the scheduled pay period. So maybe they can only have 2 or 3 transactions during a scheduled biweekly pay period.
Excellent. All right. I think there might be one more, and this will be it for you. How does the employer repay this back to Rain?
Yeah, great. The employer actually is just the facilitator for Rain being reimbursed, and we present you with a deduction file in the format of your payroll system, and you batch upload it during the payroll processing period. That is the one responsibility the employer partner has. It's super simple. Those deductions come out of the resulting paychecks, and then Rain gets reimbursed by drafting whatever account you designate on the scheduled payday, not on the processing day.
Excellent. We did have one more come in. If you can answer it quickly, and if not, we're going to have to punt to the next. Are there any issues with these deductions from the state's point of view?
Yeah, so we've done a lot of work making sure that we're actually part of a portfolio group of companies that's backed by the founders of Capital One. And we launched this model in 4 countries before we launched in the United States. So the legal side of it is actually our strong suit. And we are fully compliant with all of the state and regulatory environment across all 50 states, and of course at the federal level, and specifically in California, which is the most stringent
Excellent.
state.
Excellent. Listen, thanks so much, Jen, for your time. We are at time for your Q&A. All right, for our best employee-friendly benefit, the winner is Rain at 51%, followed by Modern Health, not too far behind. For the best benefit you never knew existed, Rain takes home 2 of the awards today, 37%, followed by Sword Health, and then Womber Genomic Advisors, Carrot, and Modern Health. Best benefit for cost containment. Oh my goodness, this is like, who won all of the awards this past, I'm not a Golden Globe watcher or any of those, but somebody did really well. Rain again at 32%, followed by Modern Health, and then it's high, Womberg Genomic Advisors and Sword. Number 4, biggest benefit with the biggest impact. Modern Health takes home the top award by a good margin, actually, 44%, followed by Rain, and then looks like Carrot, Womberg, and Sword Health. And then the best overall benefit. Oh, look at this. The top category goes to Modern Health at 49%, followed by Rain, and then Carrot, Sword Health, and Womberg Genomic Advisors. The winners of these categories get absolutely nothing other than the applause and thanks of peers. We do not have any awards today, but the fact is we just had 5 amazing companies pitch.